Well, yesterday it was Trump. Today it's Ted Cruz, both releasing political ads featuring the importance of securing that southern border. The Republican presidential candidates, however, they sort of presented issues a little differently. Now, you remember, of course, yesterday Trump's ad, it harped on his Muslim ban and radical Islamic terrorism.
Radical Islamic terrorism. That's why he's calling for a temporary shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until we can figure out what's going on.
Now, Cruz's ad, take a look at this. Pretty interesting, pretty creative. He's focusing on illegal immigration as a serious economic and elitist issue. In other words, if these guys were all bankers and they worked in the media, we would have closed the border or secured it a whole long time ago. Take a listen.
And I will say the politics of it would be very, very different if a bunch of lawyers or bankers were crossing the Rio Grande, or if a bunch of people with journalism.
Morgan Ortega's Yodit Tewolde and Eric Erickson are all back with me. Yodit, what do you make of it? I thought they both were interesting, but which one do you think hits home? We know that the terror thing, because Trump has set the agenda, and by the way, on YouTube, it's got 1 million views versus about 10,000 for Cruz's. But,
of course.
But overall, though, which one is really the most important with respect to the southern border?
Well, we obviously know who spent the most money, and that would be Ted Cruz. Trump does what he does best, and that's mislead, with showing in his video those individuals who were running across the border and saying that they were running from Mexico when that wasn't the case. I would say that.
But his, you know, yesterday we addressed that, and they said, listen, forget about whether it's Morocco or Mexico. The point is our border is under attack. It's a sieve. People are going through it. We don't know who they are, and some of them do have bad intentions. Some of them want to harm us, and that's why it's topic number one.
Well, of course. Why we're so easy. We let Trump just talk it away. At the end of the day, yes, it's about border control. I get that. I would say Ted Cruz's video was more effective.
What do you think, Morgan?
Well, I think that Trump is clearly brilliant at getting earned media, and as you said, by the number of people who have watched his video and liked his video on YouTube, I think the production quality of Cruz's video, I have to say, from a political analyst perspective, was a fantastic video. In fact, I read that the guys that are doing his ads have actually won awards for their Super Bowl ads. So top-notch quality video. But saying that, I think that Donald Trump has been a master for the past 6 months at manipulating the media. So what happens when he releases an ad, which was a poorly done ad, and I don't think it was very effective? The media talks about it all day. It's
But Eric, here's the thing. Again, it gets down to the idea, can Ted Cruz say to people, hey, we do need to secure the border, but it's not necessarily about the terrorists, it's about the economy. It's about people taking your jobs, which it's always been about, by the way, until a few months ago. Or do we continue to say, no, secure the border, ban all Muslims because we are simply afraid?
Well, keep in mind the polling out of Iowa and the internal polling in Iowa, the economic issue of immigration is actually a huge issue there, and that's where the ad is played. And, you know, Trump's ad has gotten a lot of airtime in the media. I'm not sure where all it's been placed. Cruz's ad is a big ad buy in Iowa and South Carolina, and it stands out for the pack. It is probably, I used to do political advertising as well as run campaigns. It's one of the best produced ads I've seen for a politician in a very long time.
So there's no doubt, you and Morgan agree, after the election is over, whoever produces will get ads making potato chip commercials and all that kind of stuff. But could it get Ted Cruz elected?
Yeah, I think it can.
Really?
I absolutely think it can. It connects with an issue that Iowa voters in particular have really focused on, that the guys in Washington, journalists, they don't understand the immigration issue because those are people whose jobs aren't in jeopardy. It plays with farmers in the South. It plays with blue-collar workers in the Midwest. It connects with them at a level that they relate to.
Yeah. Plus, we all hate the elites, right? Except for Fox Business. we get an asterisk next to the media thing. Thanks a lot, guys.